it's time for the top 10 Marvel moments. Left us speechless. That's the joke. Let's get into the damn video. See what you got. I'm going to say the Hammer by a leap and bound is number one. You know what Hammer scene I'm talking about.
I am Iron Man.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Marvel moments that left us speechless.
Hank!
Never saw it.
Janet!
Love the first Ant-Man, just never
Guys!
saw any interest in it.
Guys!
For this list, we'll be going over the most shocking and surprising
Underoos!
moments from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Naturally,
If you didn't
there
watch the
will
trailers,
be spoilers,
then-
since many of these concern plot points. If there's a Marvel moments that you're amazed didn't make our list, it's surprisingly easy to tell us in the comments. Number 10. Liz's dad.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Being a teenage superhero can be stressful. In addition to trying
That's
to
what
stop
turned the
Adrian
movie around for
Toomes,
me.
the Vulture, Peter Parker also has to deal with high school stuff, like homecoming dance.
I guess you already have a date to homecoming.
Actually, I'm so busy planning and I never really got around to that part, so.
You wanna go with me?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
When he turns up at his love interest Liz's house, he and the audience are flabbergasted when the Vulture answers the door. Toomes is actually her father.
He must be Peter.
Yeah.
I'm Liz's dad. Put her there. Oh, but grip. Come on in here. Come on.
Sure, the movie's called Homecoming, so I had to tie into the plot
Yes,
somehow.
good.
But we didn't think the villain would be Liz's dad. It's a
Right.
great twist that made the Vulture
Any
not
chance she
only
comes
more
back?
relatable, but arguably scarier. That's
Because I don't... Now, I haven't read the damn comics since the 90s X-Men animated series was out. That's... When that show ended, that's when I stopped reading comic books. Full disclosure. Is she actually a character from the Spider-Man lore? I mean, I know the main MJ, Gwen Stacy, Black Cat, Madam Web. I know all those. Just let me know.
in the car still gives us chills.
And don't you ever
Ever?
do this again. Because if you do,
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you. And everybody you love. I'll kill you dead.
Number 9, a quick cameo, WandaVision. WandaVision is quite the meta show.
It was
paying
okay.
tribute to and parodying plenty of TV shows and tropes.
They handled
I'm gonna
it.
take that again. I'm sorry? You want me to hold the babies? Should we just take it from the top?
One of these is stunt casting, and it worked like a charm. While Wanda and Vision are having an argument, Wanda has to answer the door, and who should appear but her long-lost brother, Pietro Maximoff.
Long lost bro, get to squeeze his stinking sister to death or what?
She recast Pietro?
Except it's Quicksilver, as played by Evan Peters from the X-Men films. Everyone lost their minds with excitement over what this could mean with regards to the
And it meant
multiverse in the
nothing.
MCU. While the payoff was not as satisfying as the reveal, Ralph Boner, really, it was still a fun and surprising moment.
Agnes doesn't live here. You do. You're Ralph Boner?
Boner.
Number 8. Ego both gives and is
Yes.
cancer. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. Ego, Peter Quill's Celestial.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Guardians 1 is a mastercraft. God, I love that movie to death. I could watch it all day, every day. But I was so excited for number 2, or volume 2. Even from the opening scene, I was like, this is stupid. But once it got to Ego, and because you just knew something was up, and once he revealed what he did, it's like, okay, now we got it.
Tool of a dad is exposed as a villain with a plan to spread throughout the galaxy like a cancer, making everyone a part of him.
But you know, Peter, it is a tremendous responsibility. Only we can remake the universe. Only we can take the bridle of the cosmos and lead it to where it needs to go.
Having basically been brainwashed by Ego, this doesn't concern Star-Lord too much, and the audience kind of figured it out by then. But then he drops a bombshell. To stop himself from getting attached to Peter's mom, Ego intentionally gave her brain cancer.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head. What?
The shock of this is so great that it snaps Peter out of Ego's control, and he just starts blasting him. If we weren't still trying to get over this reveal, we'd be tempted to join him. Number 7. The Mandarin reveal. Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that was exciting.
The Mandarin proves quite the threat,
leading up to the
Tony
movie.
Stark Iron Man as well as the
And
United
while
States.
the first part of the movie was going, hell, you'll never
You don't
see
know
me
where I am.
coming.
And you'll never see me coming.
His explosive soldiers and dark charisma gave him an air of menace. But when Tony finally infiltrates the Mandarin's compound, he's dumbfounded to discover that the man he thought was the Mandarin is just a silly British actor named Trevor.
My name's
Trevor Slattery?
Trevor Slattery.
What are you?
I can appreciate it now.
What are you, decoy? You're a double, right?
What? Not on study? No, absolutely not.
The real Mandarin, not really, he came later, is Aldrich Killian, a scientist Tony once ditched at a party. While this twist certainly proved controversial, there's no denying that nobody saw it coming.
No more false faces. You said you wanted the Mandarin. You're looking right at him.
Who would expect using an actor of Ben Kingsley's caliber as a misdirect? Number 6, Thanos' Sacrifice, Avengers Infinity War. The deaths in Infinity War are some of the hardest hitting in the franchise. While it was tempting to discuss Vision's heartbreaking death, both of them, this one was arguably more surprising. After Gamora is forced to take Thanos to Vormir, the location of the Soul Stone, they're told by its guardian, Red Skull, that Thanos must sacrifice what he loves most to obtain it.
In order to take the stone, you must
That
lose
is Ross
that which you
Marquand, who plays Aaron on The Walking Dead.
soul.
Because Hugo Weaving didn't want to come back, I guess.
Gamora is first amused,
I like Hugo
since she
Weaving as
believes
Red Skull.
Thanos loves no one, but she is proven tragically wrong, as Thanos cries for what he's about to do. Despite Gamora's attempts to deny him, Thanos throws his favorite daughter from the cliff. This death left us shook, both from grieving Gamora's loss and because of how committed Thanos was to his mission. Number 5, A Bloodied Shield, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. John Walker wasn't most of our picks for a new Captain America, but as we saw more, we saw how the impossible expectations
bits
of
and
the
pieces.
role wore on him.
No, wait, no, stop, hold on, stop, okay? I think we're way past reasoning with her, unless you forgot the fact that she blew up a building with people still in it.
While engaging in battle with the Flag Smashers, Walker's partner Lamar is accidentally killed by their leader, Carly Morgenthau. Enraged at the death of his friend, Walker pursues one of the Flag Smashers, demanding to know where Carly is. With the man at his mercy, Walker brutally kills him, as dozens look on and record it. We know Walker was under pressure, but to see him break like this and for him to tarnish Cap's shield, once a symbol of hope, is appalling.
The Inhuman King.
Old favorites returning in new roles in this universe, Patrick Stewart back as Professor X, and they cast John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. But that shock was compounded soon after. Just as Doctor Strange tries to warn them, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, pursues him into this universe.
It's incursions you're worried about. Do you seriously think I'm a bigger threat than the Scarlet Witch?
Oh, we can handle your little witch if she decides to dreamwalk.
No, you cannot. Not unless you give me the Book of Vishanti.
We appreciate your concern, Stephen, but it's not the Scarlet Witch that we fear.
She confronts the Illuminati and proceeds to kill them all in creative and grisly ways. Number 3. Peter who? Spider-Man No Way Home. The third MCU Spider-Man film had surprises galore. Cameos,
And it even
Easter
had
eggs,
Venom.
in-jokes, callbacks, you name it, No Way Home has it.
Oh, my back. It's kind of stiff from all the swinging, I guess.
Oh, yeah, no, I got a middle back thing, too.
Really?
Yeah. You want me to crack it?
Yeah.
Now we're just watching Spider-Man.
But that still didn't prepare us for the emotional gut punch that is the ending.
Everyone who
With
knows and
reality
loves you, and
coming
then he's like,
apart
"We."
and legions of Spider-Man's enemies encroaching on New York, Peter asks Doctor Strange to make them leave the only way he knows how. A spell to make everyone forget him. Not Spider-Man, mind you, Peter Parker.
You gotta understand, that would mean that everyone who knows and loves you, we'd have no memory of you.
Benedict Cumberbatch deserves every freaking award. When he delivers this line, when he says "we," you can see in his eyes and that little twitch of the head movement. He's like, "Oh, I'll let that out of the bag," because he cares about Peter. He loves Peter. He's almost like, wow, I just never dawned on me. He's like a surrogate Tony to Peter, and I guess he feels like he'd be letting him down. Well, not letting him down. I mean, he'd want to remember him.
You gotta understand, that would mean that everyone who knows and loves you, we'd have no memory of you. It would be as though you never existed.
Peter promises to come find Ned and MJ after they've forgotten, and he's true to his word on that account. It's rough seeing him meet them and for them to not recognize him. It's even tougher to watch him decide not to tell them to keep them safe.
Is there anything else?
Number 2, Cap brings the thunder.
Okay. So, number 1 has to be Stark, right?
Here's Endgame. Endgame has so many jaw-dropping, epic moments that we could have chosen. The portal scene alone had everyone shouting incoherently. But our pick goes to a moment slightly before that one. Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America face off at a 3v1 against Thanos. Things look dire for the God of Thunder when the other two are seemingly out of commission, and Thanos has him at his mercy. That's when Thor's hammer Mjolnir rises and strikes the Mad Titan in the back. It then returns to Cap's hand.
You're damn right it
Fans
does.
were hopeful beforehand. And of course, a man as good as Steve Rogers was worthy. But knowing and seeing are two different things. Easily one of
big
the
old
best
stupid grin on my
surprises
face
we've gotten yet in
every
the
time I watch
MCU.
it.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Winter Soldier
Yeah.
killed Tony's parents. Captain
That was-
America: Civil War.
My mom was-
If anything could tip.
For my mom's birthday, May 7th, 2016. I don't know. It wasn't on her birthday. it was around her birthday weekend. She had never been to an IMAX movie screening before. And it's been years since she had gone to the theaters. So for her birthday, I'm from Farmville, Virginia. If you don't know where that is, congratulations, you've won. Here in Ashland, it's about 2 hours meander way. Here in Ashland, we're the northern part of Richmond, Virginia. So I'm sure everybody knows, or most of you know, where Richmond, Virginia is. So on Route 360, I would come up to a place called Brander Mill. That's where they have Target, Kohl's, Best Buy, and the Regal Theater, and a GameStop, Second and Charles. I mean, it's all right there in one little area, and most of them in one big old shopping center. So as a treat, I was like, hey, let's go to the grocery store. And I completely fabricated that. And we rode up and we made a day of it for her birthday. We went shopping, well, after the movie. And when this part of the movie, my jaw was on the floor. I turned and looked at my mom, and my mom was like, she couldn't believe it. Because we had been watching the Marvel movies. She never caught them when I watched them. We would always wait until they came out on video. But at this point, we were all caught up and waiting for Captain America Civil War. So yeah, that was a pretty cool day. But God, yeah, this realization was tragic, man.
The Avengers apart, it's a personal tragedy like this.
She's like, Howard.
The secret's out. Spider-Man Far From Home. Peter's reaction just about sums it up.
Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
Introducing Star Fox, Eternals. A troll introducing Thanos' brother, played by Harry Styles, was on no one's bingo card.
Never saw it.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, my fellow Eternals.
Hela breaks Mjolnir. Thor
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
If it wasn't in the
Thor's hammer
trailer.
felt so intrinsic to his character that its loss was devastating.
It's not possible.
Darling, you have no idea what's possible.
A devilishly good lawyer. Spider-Man No Way Home.
I knew who it
Matt
was.
Murdock returns from Netflix Purgatory.
Never saw the
Well, I
show.
have some good news, Peter. I don't believe any of the charges against you are going to stick.
But seriously?
I knew it.
Nice.
Oh my God, Mr. Murdoch, thank you.
Thank you,
That's amazing.
You're welcome.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our
Gotta
channel
be Tony.
and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Snap. Avengers Infinity War. Throughout Infinity War, Thanos proves he's a capable and threatening villain.
She's asked, hasn't she?
I like him. Do it.
Even so, most viewers who hadn't read the comics still didn't think he would actually succeed. How naive we were. After acquiring all the Infinity Stones, Thanos seems poised to kill half of all life in the universe. But then Thor arrives and lands a decisive blow. Except his aim was off. Thanos still manages to snap his fingers. He departs, and then many of our favorite heroes dissolve into dust. It can't be overstated how astonishing this moment is.
I don't feel so good.
We still quote it to this day.
I don't know what's
Chase just said it yesterday.
Marvel is supposed to be the upbeat franchise. They can't kill off half your characters like this, but they did. Temporarily, at least. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and...
The Boys. That's something I haven't watched. I've watched the first episode of The Boys. Actually, I haven't even finished the first episode. I remember he's holding hands with the girl, and then the Flash comes through, or whatever his name is, and then it gets gore fest. Anyway, yes. If we want more Watch Mojo superhero videos like this, let me know in the description. And if you like the video, of course, do all the things at the bottom. And we'll catch you